That was The Among Us Imposter Song by ST6. Welcome to the Rise Weekly Review for January 17th through January 24th, 2022. Two people were shot in South Shore early Sunday. Around 3:34 a.m., police were called to the scene on the 1800 block of East 71st Street. There, they found a 41-year-old man sitting in a car with a gunshot wound to the thigh. They also found a man lying nearby who was unresponsive with a gunshot wound to the back. The man was identified through social media posts as Shannon Pops Lofton. Both men were taken to the University of Chicago Medical Center. Lofton passed away at the hospital, and the other man was last reported in critical condition. Lofton was a former security officer at AGB Investigative Services and graduated Dunbar Vocational High School. He is survived by his three children. Anyone with information on this or other Chicago crimes is asked to contact 311 or leave an anonymous tip at cpdtip.com. East Chicago police have released surveillance footage of the murder of a man outside of a bar on Christmas. Eric R. Douglas of East Chicago was shot around 1:46 a.m. at Ralos Bar located on the 3900 block of Adler Street. Officers found a man identified as 32-year-old Eric R. Douglas laying face down outside in front of the bar. Police were locked outside of the bar and unable to speak to witnesses. A video obtained by Lake County prosecutors from the bar's owner shows the murder and both the suspect and victim inside the bar seconds before the shooting. East Chicago police are attempting to identify the suspect and locate any of the witnesses seen in the video. Anyone with information is being asked to contact East Chicago detectives at 219-391-8318 or leave an anonymous tip at 219-391-8500. Three men have been arrested in connection with the fatal shooting of a mentally disabled man in North Hammond back in May 2021. The men, who according to police were all members of the Spanish Vice Lords gang, were arrested in connection with the murder of Aziel Wilson of East Chicago. 21-year-old David C. Velasquez of Hammond and 23-year-old Terrell Bradley of Calumet City were arrested in November of 2021 for the murder. 41-year-old Javier Mendez was arrested on Thursday around 2 p.m. on the 10500 block of Avenue H in Chicago. Officers from the U.S. Marshal Service, Great Lakes Fugitives Task Force, and Hammond Police arrested the man. According to police, Mendez owned and was in an aqua-colored minivan that was used during the shooting. Police say surveillance video and bank records showed Mendez using a debit card at a toll booth as he, Bradley, and Velasquez fled onto the Indiana Toll Road after the shooting. They claim to have identified Velasquez using facial recognition technology, although Velasquez's attorney claims it is a case of mistaken identity. Surveillance video also showed Wilson riding his bike north on Indianapolis in the evening of May 25th when an aqua-colored minivan turned south from State Line Road and accelerated toward him. As the van hit the corner, the passenger sliding door opened and the passenger fired a gun point blank at Wilson. Wilson managed to make it to a McDonald's restaurant where he collapsed from his injuries. Area medics responded, but Wilson passed away from his injuries. Two big box retailer fires have resulted in two suspects being arrested. Heather Whedon from Fort Heights and Jerry L. Pearson from Calumet Heights are facing charges in connection with fires set at the Walmart in Lansing and the Meijer in Highland, Indiana. According to reports, on January 7th, firefighters responded to a call at the Walmart located on Torrance where they found two separate fire areas within the building. According to reports, 3 days later, a similar incident occurred at the Meijer in Highland, Indiana. After an investigation, they determined the fires were deliberately set and worked with police to release surveillance photos of two suspects. Police say the fires were likely both set to serve as a distraction for shoplifting. Whedon, who was out on parole for a 1998 murder, is facing felony arson and misdemeanor retail theft charges in connection with the fires in Lansing. Charges were not yet reported in connection with the fires in Highland or those of Pearson. The permit for the RMG Southside Recycling Plant, for what activists refer to as the relocation of General Iron from Lincoln Park to the east side, has been once again delayed. During the week, the City Department of Health announced the permit would be delayed at least through February to provide more time for the department health analysis. The department is currently working on conducting a health impact analysis with feedback from the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. The department was expected to announce its decision on the permit at the end of January, but a spokesman said the department's study was delayed due to the Omicron COVID outbreak. The department has said they will hold one final meeting before the decision. During December, the city was criticized for its handling of the last meeting. The meeting time was changed several times with minimal notice, and then, when it was held, residents and activists were divided into groups with RMG supporters and employees, with some claiming their concerns were not acknowledged. The department has stated it will provide at least 2 weeks for the final meeting that will be held in February. Talks have broke down in a dispute between the East Chicago Fire Department and the mayor. According to reports, the city's firefighters' Local 365 settlement talks with East Chicago Mayor Anthony Copeland broke down on January 18th without an agreement. Mayor Copeland was sued by 38 members of the firefighters union after he imposed a swing shift schedule that requires them to work 3 days before getting the next 24 hours off. The firefighters alleged the action was in retaliation for the political support of the Democratic mayoral candidate John Aguilera in the 2019 election. The mayor denies the allegations. The case now depends on a U.S. District Court judge's ruling on whether to issue an injunction to restore the firefighters' work schedule to 24 hours on duty, followed by 48 hours off duty. Two area developments were selected to receive thousands in city funding as part of a $10 million grant initiative in Chicago. On Tuesday, Mayor Lori Lightfoot announced the winning proposals, which included one in South Shore and another on the East Side. Rainbow Beach Park, located at 3111 East 77th Street in South Shore, will get new surfaces, seating and landscaping for racquetball, and handball courts in the clubhouse. Gallistel Language Academy, located on 10347 South Ewing on the east side, will get an overhaul of the playground, new community areas, and an outdoor learning space. The Gallistel proposal was submitted by Councilor Rogelio Lopez, and the South Shore proposal by Carolyn Velasquez of the Illinois State Racquetball Association. 4 area small businesses were awarded thousands in grants as part of the Chicago Recovery Plan initiative. 2 area businesses in South Chicago and 2 businesses in South Shore were among 31 finalists in a competition for over $14.4 million in small business grants. Plates on Purpose, located on 3008 East 92nd Street in South Chicago, was awarded $250,000. Plates on Purpose provides cooking classes, African-themed cultural dinners, and operates a cafe. Record Track, located on 2804 East 87th Street in South Chicago, runs a music store that sells new and used tapes, CDs, DVDs, VHS, and vinyl LPs for hip-hop, reggae, blues, pop, and a variety of other music. Record Track was awarded $250,000 as well. Slab Barbecue in South Shore was awarded $248,182. Slab Barbecue, located at 1918 East 71st Street, sells a variety of food from St. Louis rib-style ribs, rib and turkey tips, burgers, fried wings, chicken, and links with a variety of sides. The Ujima Cooperative, located on 1914 East 79th in South Shore, also received $250,000. While there is an Ujima cooperative listed on social media as an urban farming collective, as of the time of this reporting, we have not been able to verify this was the recipient. In other news, during the week, Black Club Chicago reported on a proposal by state legislators to push funding to assist in training to diversify construction careers and build area wind farms. State Representative Marcus Evans introduced a bill on Thursday to create a Rust Belt to Green Belt fund that would support workforce diversity programs through investment in green energy production. As part of the proposal, a pilot project would create wind turbines capable of producing 150 megawatts of wind power in South Erie near the Port Authority. According to State Senator Robert Peters, the legislation would pursue federal grant funding to train black and brown workers, in addition to women and veterans for construction careers tied to the project. The bill itself wouldn't immediately lead to construction, but would create a framework for completing the project and securing investment. And finally, news reports discussed during the week a new store opened on the east side by a Gallistel math teacher. Inez Ornelas started the store called Tochi La Diosa on Etsy, following a skiing accident in which she had to cancel her participation in a triathlon following a dislocated knee. After a year of successful sales, she is moving her operation to a brick-and-mortar store located on 3656 East 106th Street. The store offers lotions, tattoo balms, and other natural body care products. Ornelas has dreams of growing her business into a collective for Southeast Side small business owners and creatives. She has hosted weekly pop-ups to allow other businesses to set up tables at her shop every Saturday since opening and has held 2 community art contests since starting the business. And that ends our weekly review for January 17th through January 24th, 2022. Thank you for joining us for this week in review. Peace.